The Dragon's Healer. A werewolf romance story. Opening, hello my beautiful dreamers. This is Luna, and welcome back to Luna's Romance Audiobooks, where the most feared creatures can have the gentlest hearts, and healing can lead to the most unexpected love. Tonight I have a story that will captivate you from beginning to end. A tale of a healer no one wanted, a dragon everyone feared, and the moment when mercy became devotion, and gratitude became obsession. Imagine being the girl with the gift that terrifies people. The one who can heal anything but is feared for the cost. Imagine being sent on a suicide mission to heal a wounded dragon, the most dangerous shifter alive, expecting to die. Now imagine succeeding, healing the beast everyone said couldn't be healed, and discovering that the dragon you saved has decided you belong to him, that he will stop at nothing to make you his bride, that your act of mercy has awakened something primal and possessive that will not be denied. So settle in close, my dreamers. This is a story about the price of healing and the weight of devotion, about facing your fears and finding love in the most dangerous places, and about learning that sometimes being claimed by a monster is the safest thing that can happen to you. This is The Dragon's Healer. Prologue, The Cursed Gift. My name is Alara, and my gift is killing me. Not metaphorically. Literally. Every time I heal someone, I take their wound into myself. Their pain becomes mine. Their injury transfers to my body. Then slowly, agonizingly, my body heals itself. But the cost never stops mounting. I'm 23 years old, and I look 40. My hair, once golden, is now streaked with white. My face, once smooth, is lined with the echoes of 1,000 wounds. My body carries scars from injuries I never sustained in any normal way. I am a life weaver, the rarest, most dangerous type of healer, and everyone is terrified of me. She's unnatural, they whisper when I walk past. Her gift is dark magic, an abomination. She takes life force to heal. That's not healing. That's theft. They're wrong, but I stopped trying to explain years ago. I don't steal life force. I redirect damage. The wound leaves the patient and enters me. Then my body, enhanced by the moon goddess's gift, heals exponentially faster than normal wolves can. But each healing ages me, shortens my lifespan, takes a piece of my vitality. By most healers' estimates, I'll be dead before I'm 30. I've accepted it. This is the price of my gift. What I haven't accepted is the loneliness, the fear in people's eyes, the way even those I've saved shrink from my touch. I live alone in a cottage at the edge of the Clearwater Pack territory, too useful to exile, too frightening to embrace. I heal when called upon, then retreat to my isolation. It's a lonely existence, but it's mine. At least it was, until the day they told me about the dragon. Chapter 1. The Healer's Burden, 23 Years of Life. Childhood. The discovery. I was 6 when my gift manifested. My younger brother, Thomas, fell from a tree. His arm bent at a wrong angle, bone protruding through skin. He was screaming, bleeding, dying. I grabbed his arm, desperate to help. Pain exploded through me, white-hot agony as his bone break transferred to my body. I felt my own arm snap, realign, begin to heal at an impossible speed. Within minutes, my arm was whole. Thomas's arm was perfect, unmarred, and I was changed forever. "What did you do?" my mother screamed, looking at me with horror. "I don't know. I just wanted to help." The pack healers examined me, tested me, finally identified my gift. "Life Weaver," the head healer pronounced, "the rarest healing gift, and the most costly." "What does that mean?" my father demanded. "It means she can heal anything, any injury, any illness, any affliction. But the damage transfers to her. She becomes wounded to heal others. That's monstrous." "That's the gift the moon goddess gave her." The healer looked at me with something like pity. "She'll be extraordinarily valuable, and extraordinarily burdened." Age 10. The price: by age 10, I'd healed dozens of pack members. Each healing took something from me. A child's fever, I burned for 3 days. A warrior's sword wound, I bled from an invisible gash across my ribs. An elder's failing heart, my own heart stuttered and struggled for a week. My body healed each time, faster than normal, but not fast enough to prevent the aging. At 10, I looked 13. My eyes held shadows no child should have. "She's creepy," the other children said. "Stay away from her." "My mom says she's cursed." "I heard she steals years from people she heals." I learned to be alone, to find comfort in solitude, to accept that my gift made me untouchable. Age 15. The plague. The plague hit when I was 15, a sickness that ravaged wolves, leaving them weak and dying. The normal healers were overwhelmed, helpless. "Bring the life weaver," the Alpha commanded. I was brought to the healing house. Dozens of dying wolves, all looking at me with desperate hope. "Can you save them?" the Alpha asked. "Yes, but it will cost me." "Do it anyway. That's what you're here for." So I did. One by one, I touched the dying wolves, took their sickness into myself. I spent 3 months in agony. Every disease, every symptom, every bit of suffering passed through my body. Fevers, chills, pain, weakness. I saved 57 wolves, and aged 5 years in the process. At 15, I looked 20. White streaks appeared in my hair. Lines appeared on my face. "She's a hero," some said. "She's disturbing," others countered. "Unnatural." The gratitude never lasted long. Fear always returned. Age 18. The exile attempt. Some pack members petitioned to have me exiled. "She's dangerous. Her very existence is wrong." What if she decides to take injuries instead of healing them? What if she weaponizes her gift? She ages backwards, taking life force. That's dark magic. The Alpha refused. "She's too valuable. We need her healing abilities." So I stayed. But the petition made something clear. I would never be truly accepted. Never be loved. Never be anything but a useful monster. I stopped hoping for more. Accepted my role. My fate. Age 20. The understanding. By 20, I'd healed hundreds, saved countless lives, and I looked 30. My body was a map of scars that had never truly existed. My energy was diminished, my lifespan visibly shortened. The pack healers examined me again. "How long do I have?" I asked bluntly. "At this rate, maybe 10 years, maybe less." The healer looked sympathetic. "Every major healing costs you months, years even. You're burning your life force to save others." "Can I stop?" "You could refuse to heal, but then what's the point of your gift?" What indeed? I was born to heal, cursed to heal. Even if it killed me, I'd keep healing. What else was I supposed to do? Age 23. The dragon. 3 weeks ago, everything changed. The Alpha summoned me to his chambers. Unusual. Normally, he sent for me through intermediaries. "Ilara, thank you for coming." He looked grave. "What's wrong, Alpha?" "There's been an incident in the Volcanic Peaks territory." The Volcanic Peaks, dragon territory, where the most dangerous shifters lived. What kind of incident? A hunting party from the Silver Crest Pack ignored the treaty boundaries, entered dragon territory, attacked one of their kind. The Alpha's expression was grim. They injured him, badly. Now the Dragon King is threatening war. What does this have to do with me? The injured dragon is Draken, the Dragon King's son, heir to the throne, and apparently the most dangerous dragon alive. My blood ran cold. Everyone knew about Draken, the dragon who'd burned 3 packs to ash for lesser offenses, the one even other dragons feared. "The Dragon King has demanded restitution," the Alpha continued. "They want the hunters who attacked his son executed. They want territory concessions, and they want their prince healed. Healers can't. Dragons heal differently than wolves. I know. That's why normal healers can't help him. But a life weaver? The Alpha's eyes held mine. You can heal anything. Anyone. Even a dragon. You want me to go to dragon territory, to heal their prince, the one who burns people alive. I want you to prevent a war. The Dragon King has agreed. If you heal his son completely, he'll accept that as payment. No executions, no territory loss, just healing. And if I can't heal him, then we're at war, and thousands will die. Thousands of lives on one side, my probable death on the other. When do I leave? Chapter 2. The journey day. 1. The escort. They sent me with an armed escort. 5 warriors, all looking terrified. We're to deliver you to the dragon border, the lead warrior, Marcus, explained. Then we're to leave immediately. They don't want you there? They don't want witnesses. In case... He didn't finish, but I understood. In case the prince kills me. In case my healing fails. In case I never come back. I understand. We traveled north toward the volcanic peaks. The landscape changed from forest to rocky terrain. The air grew warmer, sulphurous. Have any of you seen a dragon? I asked. Once, Marcus said quietly. From a distance. It was terrifying. Massive. Scales like armor. Fire that melted stone. And I'm supposed to touch one. Heal one. You're supposed to try. That's all anyone can ask. But we both knew. Failure meant death. Day 2. The fear. That night, camped at the base of the volcanic peaks. I couldn't sleep. Tomorrow I'd enter dragon territory. Face creatures that saw wolves as inferior. Try to heal a prince known for his violence. You're scared, Marcus observed, sitting by the fire. Terrified. For what it's worth, I think you're brave. Facing this. Knowing what you're walking into. I'm not brave. I'm just the only option. You could have refused, run, hidden, and let thousands die in a war? I'm a healer. I don't have that luxury. He was quiet. Then, I'm sorry for how the pack treats you. You've saved so many of us. You deserve better. That's not how gifts work. I'm useful, not loved. I've accepted it. You shouldn't have to accept being treated as less than you are. His kindness surprised me, touched me. Thank you, Marcus. We didn't speak again, but his words stayed with me through the sleepless night. Day 3. The border. We reached the dragon border at noon. A line of scorched earth marked where dragon territory began. Beyond it, the volcanic peaks rose, smoke curling from their summits. This is as far as we go, Marcus said. I understand. Ilara. He stopped, struggling for words. Good luck. Come back if you can. I'll try. I stepped across the boundary. Immediately the temperature spiked. The air was thick with sulfur and heat. Behind me, I heard the warriors retreat. I was alone. For an hour, I walked deeper into dragon territory. The landscape was alien. Black rock, streams of lava, heat that made breathing difficult. Then I felt it. A presence. Massive. Powerful. Watching. I stopped, heart hammering. I'm Ilara, I called out. Life Weaver healer. Sent by the Clearwater Pack to heal Prince Dracon. Silence. Then, a massive form emerged from behind a rock formation. Not Dracon. Another dragon. Smaller, but still enormous. Scales the color of bronze. Eyes like molten gold. You're the healer? The dragon's voice was female, surprisingly gentle. You're so small. I'm a life weaver. Size doesn't matter for my gift. Can you really heal anything? Yes, at a cost. What cost? The injury transfers to me. I take his wounds. They become mine. The dragon stared. You'd take dragon fire burns onto yourself? Dragon venom? Dragon claw wounds? If necessary, yes. You'll die. Dragon injuries kill wolves. Then I'll die trying to prevent a war. Silence. The dragon studied me with those molten eyes. My name is Seraphina. I'm Prince Draken's sister. She lowered her massive head. Climb on. I'll take you to him. I climbed onto her neck, gripping bronze scales. She took off, and I held on desperately as we flew over the volcanic landscape. Why are you helping me? I shouted over the wind. Because my brother is dying, and you're the only chance he has. The arrival. Seraphina brought me to a massive cave carved into a volcanic mountain. Inside, the heat was oppressive. Crystals glowed along the walls, providing light. And in the center, on a bed of gold and gems, lay the dragon prince. Draken. He was enormous. Easily 3 times Seraphina's size, scales the color of obsidian, edged with crimson. Even lying wounded, he radiated power. Danger. Death. There, Seraphina said softly. My brother. I approached slowly, carefully, and saw the wounds. Silver arrows pierced his left wing, poisoning the tissue. A sword wound gaped across his side, infected and festering. Burns from some kind of magical fire covered his underbelly. He was dying. Slowly. Painfully. His eyes, deep amber, intelligent, furious, fixed on me. Who are you? His voice was a rumble, like thunder. Elara, I'm a healer. I'm here to help. A wolf. They send a wolf to heal me. He laughed bitter. Do they think me a fool? I'm a life weaver. I can heal you, but you have to let me try. Life weaver. He studied me with those amber eyes. I've heard of your kind. You take wounds into yourself. Yes. These wounds would kill a wolf, even a life weaver. Probably, but I have to try. Why? What do you care if dragons and wolves go to war? I care about the thousands who'll die, on both sides. I'm a healer. I can't let that happen without trying to stop it. He was quiet for a long moment. Then, if you die trying to heal me, your pack will call it assassination. War happens, anyway. Then I'd better not die. Despite the pain he was clearly in, he almost smiled. You're either very brave or very foolish. Can I be both? Yes, I suppose you can. He shifted slightly, and I saw him wince. Very well, little wolf. Try your healing. Let's see if you're as remarkable as you seem to think you are. I approached, hands trembling. This was it. The moment that would determine everything. I placed my hands on the first wound, the sword gash across his side, and began to heal. Chapter 3. The Healing, 7 days. Day 1. The sword wound. The moment I touched the wound, agony exploded through me. Dragon blood burned. It literally burned, like acid in my veins. The sword wound began to close on Dracon's side, and opened on mine. I felt my flesh tear, felt the infection spread through my body. I gasped, nearly pulling away, but I held on. Stop! Draken commanded. You're hurting yourself. That's how it works, I gritted out. The wound transfers. Then I heal. You're taking my injury into yourself? Completely? Yes. I felt the wound finish transferring. My side was now gashed open, bleeding dragon blood, infected with the same poison. Dracon's wound was closed, clean, healed. Mine was agony. I collapsed, clutching my side. Seraphina! Drakon roared. Get her water! Blankets! Something! His sister rushed over, shifted to human form, a tall woman with bronze hair and golden eyes. What did you do? She asked me, pressing cloth to my side. Took the wound. Now I have to heal. How long does that take? Hours. Maybe a day for this one. Draken shifted too. I'd been too focused on pain to notice. He was not what I expected. In human form, he was massive. At least 6'8". Broad-shouldered, scarred. Long black hair pulled back. Amber eyes that burned with intensity. Handsome in a dangerous, predatory way. You took my wound, he said, kneeling beside me. Completely took it. That's my gift. Your gift is agony. His hand hovered over my side, not quite touching. This will kill you. Probably, but not yet. I still have 2 more wounds to heal. No. I won't let you. You don't have a choice. The silver poisoning in your wing will kill you in days. The magical burns will kill you in weeks. If I don't heal you, you die. Then war comes anyway. He stared at me, amber eyes wide. You'd die to save me? A dragon? The one everyone calls a monster? I'm a healer. It's what I do. Day 2, the recovery. My body healed overnight. The wound closed, the infection cleared. By morning, I had only a scar where Drickon's sword wound had been. Impossible, Seraphina whispered. Normal wolves take weeks to heal wounds like that. I'm not normal. I'm a life weaver. Dracon watched me intently. You look older than you did yesterday. Healing ages me. Every major wound costs me time. How much time? For a wound like that? Probably 3 months off my life. His expression darkened. This is wrong. Your gift is killing you. My gift is what the moon goddess gave me. I use it as best I can. Even if it destroys you? Even then. He looked at me like I was a puzzle he was trying to solve. I don't understand you. You don't have to. You just have to let me heal you. The next wound is worse. The silver poisoning in my wing. I know. Silver is deadly to dragons. It will be worse for you than the sword wound. Then I'd better be fast. Day 3. The silver, I'd researched silver poisoning before attempting this. Knew it was one of the few things that could kill a life weaver. Are you certain? Dracon asked. He was back in dragon form, his wings spread out for me to access. No, but I'm doing it anyway. I placed my hands on the arrows embedded in his wing, began to pull the poison out. The silver burned. Oh gods, it burned. I felt my own phantom wing materialize on my back. Not real, but the echo of his injury. Felt the arrows pierce it. Felt the silver poison spread through my bloodstream. I screamed. Couldn't help it. The pain was beyond anything I'd experienced. Stop! Draken roared. Stop! You're killing yourself! But I couldn't stop. If I stopped halfway, the poison would kill me for certain. I had to pull it all out, transfer it completely. The arrows disappeared from his wing, appeared in my phantom wing. The poison left his body, entered mine. I collapsed, convulsing. Silver coursed through my veins, burning, destroying, killing. Ilara! Dracon shifted to human form, cradling me. No, this can't. Don't touch me, I gasped. Silver, I'm full of silver. It'll burn you. I don't care. Dracon, please, let me fight this. I have to fight this alone. He set me down gently, hovering close. Tell me what to do. Nothing. Just don't let me die before I heal. You're not going to die. I won't allow it. You don't get to decide that. My body began the healing process, faster than normal. But Silver fought back, resisted, tried to kill me. For 3 days I was delirious, burning with fever, shaking with poison, barely conscious. Draken never left. He stayed in human form, keeping me cool with damp cloths, forcing water down my throat when I could swallow, talking to me even when I couldn't respond. Don't die, little healer. You haven't finished healing me yet. Stay with me. You're too stubborn to die from this. Come back, please, come back. On the 4th day, the poison broke. My body finally won. The silver was neutralized. My phantom wing dissolved. I woke to find Draken sitting beside me, looking exhausted, like he hadn't slept in days. You're alive, he said hoarsely. Unfortunately, I feel terrible. You've been fighting silver poison for 3 days. You're allowed to feel terrible. I tried to sit up. My body screamed in protest. Easy, Draken helped me, surprisingly gentle. You need more rest. I need to finish healing you. 1 wound left. The burns can wait. No, they can't. The magical fire is eating at you. If I wait much longer, it'll reach your heart. He was quiet. You know that. How? I can feel it. Through the healing connection we formed. I can sense your wounds, your pain, your life force. You're connected to me? Until the healing is complete, yes. He looked at me with those intense amber eyes. What else can you sense? Your determination, your worry, your fear. I'm not afraid. You're afraid I'll die finishing the healing. Afraid my death will be your fault. His jaw clenched. You're too perceptive. It's part of my gift. I sense everything when connected to someone. Can you sense what I'm thinking right now? No, just emotions. Not thoughts. Good. He said it with strange relief. I didn't ask why. Day 7. The burns I'd recovered enough to attempt the final healing. The magical burns covering Dracon's underbelly were extensive. Dark fire had scorched his scales, eating through his natural defenses. This is going to be the worst one, I told him. Magical fire doesn't extinguish. It burns until the fuel is gone. Meaning? Meaning when I take it into myself, it'll keep burning. I'll have to outlast it. Let my body heal faster than the fire can consume. That's insane. That's my gift. I won't let you. You don't have a choice. If I don't heal you completely, the Dragon King won't accept the payment. War comes anyway. Everything I've done will be wasted. He studied me for a long moment. Then, why do you care so much? About preventing war? About healing me? Because it's right. Because I can help. Because I was given this gift for a reason, and I won't waste it. Even if it kills you? Even then. You're the most stubborn creature I've ever met. Coming from a dragon, that's actually a compliment. Despite everything, he smiled. Yes, I suppose it is. I placed my hands on his burned scales, began the transfer. Magical fire leaped from his body to mine. I felt my skin ignite, felt flames that couldn't be extinguished consume me. I screamed, couldn't help it. The pain was beyond comprehension. Elara! Draken shifted human again, trying to reach me. Don't! I gasped. The fire! It'll spread to you! I don't care. I care. Stay back. Let me finish. The fire burned. I burned. My body tried desperately to heal, but the magical flames resisted. Consumed. Destroyed. I was dying. I knew it. Could feel it. This was the wound that would kill me. I'd known it was possible. Had accepted the risk. But I wished, just for a moment, that I'd had more time. More life. More chances to be something other than a dying healer. No. Draken's voice cut through my pain. No, you're not dying. Not for me. Not like this. He did something I didn't expect. He shifted back to dragon form, opened his mouth, and breathed his own dragon fire over me. What are you? I tried to ask. Dragon fire consumes all fire, he said, including magical fire. It's going to hurt, but it'll save you. His fire hit me, and he was right. It hurt. But it was different from the magical fire. Hotter, more intense, but cleaner. Pure. It consumed the magical flames, burned them away, left only his fire, and dragon fire, apparently, a life weaver could heal from. My body seized the chance, began healing, faster than ever before. The burns faded, the fire extinguished. Within minutes I was whole, exhausted, aged, scarred, but alive. Drakon shifted back to human, dropping to his knees beside me. You're alive. Thank the old gods. You're alive. You saved me. Used your own fire to cure the magical fire. Of course I did. I'm not letting you die for me. His hands framed my face. Never for me. The healing's complete. All 3 wounds are healed. You're cured. Because you nearly killed yourself. 3 times. But I didn't die. That's what matters. He stared at me. How old are you? 23. Why? You look 30 now. The healing aged you 7 years. I touched my face, felt new lines, new evidence of my gift's cost. 7 years for 3 healings. That's about right. It's not right. It's wrong. Your gift shouldn't cost you this much. But it does, and I accept that. Well, I don't. His voice was fierce. You saved my life, at enormous cost. I owe you a debt I can never repay. You don't owe me anything. This was payment for your father's agreement. Healing you prevents war. That's payment enough. No, it's not even close to payment. He helped me stand. You're staying here, in dragon territory, until you're fully recovered. I should return to my pack. Your pack sent you here to die. They didn't expect you to survive. Do you really want to rush back to people who threw you away? The words stung because they were true. Stay, he said more gently. A few days. Let me show you proper hospitality. Let me thank you properly for saving my life. I should have said no, should have left, but I was exhausted, and the thought of returning to my lonely cottage, to being feared and avoided, was suddenly unbearable. A few days, I agreed. Then I leave. A few days, he agreed. But something in his eyes said he had other plans. Chapter 4. The Dragon's Realm, the Recovery. Day 8. The Realization. I woke in a massive bed carved from volcanic rock, covered in silk sheets that must have cost a fortune. This wasn't the cave where I'd healed Dracon. This was somewhere else. Somewhere far more luxurious. Seraphina entered carrying a tray of food. You're awake. Good. My brother was worried. Where am I? The royal palace. Dracon had you moved while you were sleeping. He wanted you somewhere more comfortable. I don't need comfort. He knows. He wants to give it to you anyway. She set down the tray. Eat. You need to rebuild your strength. The food was incredible. Fresh fruit, roasted meats, bread that tasted like honey. I ate ravenously. How long was I unconscious? A full day after the final healing. Dracon sat with you the entire time. Seraphina smiled. He refused to leave until you woke. Why? Because you nearly died, for him. That means something to a dragon. I was doing my job. No, you went far beyond your job. You could have given up when the silver poisoning hit, or when the magical fire was consuming you. But you didn't. You kept fighting. Her golden eyes were serious. That kind of dedication, that kind of sacrifice. Dragons remember. And my brother is not one to forget debts. I don't want him to feel indebted. Too late, he already does. And Dracon always repays his debts. She stood. Rest today. Tomorrow he wants to show you the realm. After she left, I processed her words. Dracon felt indebted. That was complicated. I didn't want gratitude, didn't want obligation. I just wanted to return to my life. Except, did I really want that? The loneliness? The fear? The slow death by 1,000 healings? Maybe a few more days here wouldn't hurt. Day 9. The tour. Dracon appeared at my door at dawn, looking eager. In human form, he was even more striking than I'd noticed before. Tall, powerfully built. Amber eyes that seemed to see right through me. Ready to see what you saved? He asked. I saved you, not the realm. Saving me saved the realm. Come, I want to show you. He shifted to dragon form, lowered himself so I could climb onto his back. Flying on dragonback was different from riding Seraphina. Dracon was larger, faster, more powerful. His movements were smooth and confident. We soared over the volcanic peaks, and I saw what I'd missed before. The dragon realm was beautiful. Crystal formations caught sunlight, creating rainbows. Lava flows carved patterns in the black rock. Hot springs steamed in the valleys. Dragons of all colors flew through the air, greeting their prince. "It's magnificent," I said. "It's home." His voice rumbled beneath me. "And you saved it. How? If I'd died, my father would have gone to war. Not just against the Clearwater Pack, against all wolf packs. He would have burned the world in grief and rage." Draken banked left, showing me a valley of crystalline pools. "You prevented genocide, on both sides." I hadn't thought about it that way, hadn't considered the scope of what might have happened. "I'm glad I could help." "You're remarkably humble for someone who prevented a war." "I'm realistic about my gift. It's powerful, but it costs. I can't afford pride." He landed near one of the crystal pools, shifted to human. "Show me," he said. "Show you what?" "Your scars. The cost of healing me." I hesitated, then pulled back my sleeve, revealed the silver scars on my arms where the poison had burned, the burn marks on my hands from the magical fire, the thin, white line across my ribs from the sword wound. He traced them gently. "You wear my wounds like badges." "They're just scars. They're proof of your sacrifice, your strength." His fingers lingered on the silver scars. "I'll never forget what you did." "You're supposed to. I heal, then people move on. That's how it works." "Not with me." His amber eyes were intense. "I don't forget, and I always repay my debts. You don't owe me. I owe you everything. My life, my realm, my future." He stepped closer. "Let me start repaying you." "How?" "Stay. Not just a few days. Stay in dragon territory. Be our healer. I'll give you everything you need. Protection. Resources. Respect. I have a life." "Do you? Really? Or do you have loneliness and fear and slow death?" The words cut because they were true. I can't just leave my pack. "Why not? What do they give you besides summons to heal and fear when you walk past?" His voice gentled. "Stay. Let me show you what it's like to be valued, respected, wanted." Wanted. The word hit differently than he probably intended. "I'll think about it," I said. "That's all I ask. Think about it. Give me a chance to show you that you deserve better than what you've accepted." Chapter 5. The Realization. Day 12. The change. I'd been in dragon territory for 12 days. Every day Dracon found reasons for me to stay. Showed me new wonders. Introduced me to dragons who treated me with respect, not fear. "This is Ember," he said, gesturing to a small red dragon. "She's young, learning to control her fire." "Hello, Ember," I said. The young dragon looked at me with wide eyes. "You're the healer who saved Prince Draken." "I am." "Thank you. He's important to us. We would have been sad if he died." Such simple honesty from a child. It made my chest tight. I'm glad I could help. Over the following days, I met dozens of dragons, all grateful, all respectful, none afraid. It was healing, in a way I hadn't expected. Day 15. The pattern. I started noticing things. The way Dracon always positioned himself between me and potential threats. The way he made sure I had the best food, the most comfortable accommodations. The way he watched me when he thought I wasn't looking. "Your brother is acting strange," I told Serafina one evening. She smiled knowingly. "Is he?" "He's overly attentive, protective. It's like he thinks I'm going to disappear." "Maybe he's worried you will disappear." "But why would he care that much? I healed him. Debt paid." Serafina laughed. "Oh, Ilara, you really don't see it, do you?" "See what?" "My brother doesn't just feel indebted. He's claimed you." My blood ran cold. "What?" "In dragon culture, when someone saves your life at great personal cost, they become precious, valuable, worth protecting. Draken has decided you're his to protect." "I'm not his anything. Try telling him that." Her golden eyes sparkled with amusement. "Dragons are possessive by nature. And you saved his life, marked yourself with his wounds. Connected yourself to him through healing magic. In his mind, you belong to him now. That's insane. That's dragons, she shrugged. Honestly, I think it's sweet. He's never cared about anyone like this before. I don't want to be claimed. Then you should probably leave. Soon, before he makes his intentions more obvious. But I didn't leave. Despite the warning. Despite knowing I should. Because part of me, a part I didn't want to examine too closely, liked being wanted. Day 18. The Declaration. It came during dinner. The Dragon King had invited me to dine with the royal family. A formal occasion. Healer Alara, the king said. You've been with us for 18 days. How are you finding dragon hospitality? It's been wonderful, Your Majesty. Very generous. Good. Because I have a proposition for you. He leaned forward. Stay, permanently. Be our court healer. We'll pay you well. Treat you with respect. Give you everything you need. I'm honored, but... I accept on her behalf, Draken interrupted. Everyone stared. Excuse me, I said. I accept. She's staying, as our healer, under my protection. His amber eyes were blazing. She's mine now. The king raised an eyebrow. Draken? That's not how employment negotiations work. This isn't employment. It's claiming. I'm claiming her as mine. My heart stopped. You can't just claim me. I already have. The moment you took my wounds, the moment you nearly died for me, you became mine. He stood, moving around the table to where I sat. I know it's sudden. I know you don't understand dragon customs. But I won't let you leave. Won't let you return to a life of fear and loneliness. You're mine to protect now. Mine to value. Mine. This is insane. This is truth. You saved me. You marked yourself with my wounds. You connected your life force to mine through healing magic. In every way that matters, you're mine. I'm a person, not a possession. I know. And as a person, you deserve to be cherished, protected, valued. I'm offering you all of that. Stay. Be mine. Let me show you what it's like to be truly wanted. The entire royal family was watching this exchange with fascination. Draken, the king said carefully, are you courting her? I'm claiming her. There's a difference. Not much of one. Both require her consent. Draken looked at me. Really looked at me. Do I have your consent? To court you? To try to win your heart? To show you that staying here, with me, is better than anything waiting for you elsewhere? I should have said no. Should have run. But looking into his amber eyes, feeling the intensity of his focus, I couldn't. You can try, I whispered, but I don't promise anything. His smile was brilliant, devastating. That's all I need. Chapter 6. The Courtship Week 4. The Gifts. Drakon courted me with the intensity of a dragon and the determination of someone who'd decided on his goal. Gifts appeared daily in my chambers. Rare crystals that glowed with inner light. Silks in colors I'd never seen. Books on healing from dragons who'd studied for centuries. You don't have to give me things, I told him. I want to. You deserve beautiful things. I'm a healer, not a princess. You're my healer. That makes you precious. Week 5. The Flights. He took me flying daily, showed me every corner of his realm, secret caves filled with crystal formations, hot springs that healed minor ailments, valleys where rare flowers grew. Why are you showing me all this? I asked one day. Because I want you to love this place like I do, want you to see it as home. It's beautiful, but it's not my home. It could be, if you let it. He was relentless, persistent, overwhelming in the best and worst ways. Week 6. The Conversation. One evening I confronted him. Why me? Really? Is it just because I healed you? No, yes, partially. He struggled for words. When you healed me, I felt everything. Your pain, your determination, your willingness to die to save others. I'd never felt anything like it. Lots of healers are dedicated. Not like you. You didn't just heal me professionally. You poured everything into it, risked everything. I felt your life force weakening, felt you slipping away, and you kept fighting, kept healing, even when death was certain. It's my gift. It's more than that. It's who you are, and He stopped. I've never met anyone like you, anyone so selfless, so brave, so worth protecting. I don't need protection. Everyone needs protection, even healers, especially healers who burn themselves to ash helping others. He stepped closer. I want to protect you, court you, keep you, not because you healed me, but because you're extraordinary, and I'm not letting extraordinary slip away. Week 7. The resistance. I tried to maintain distance, to remember this was temporary, but Dracon made it difficult. He was attentive without being smothering, protective without being controlling, persistent without being pushy. And he made me laugh, something I hadn't done in years. Tell me about wolf culture, he said one day. Why? Because I want to understand you, your world, where you came from. So I told him about pack hierarchy, about the fear of omegas, about my lonely childhood. They're fools, he said when I finished. All of them. You're clearly powerful, and they treat you as frightening. People fear what they don't understand. Then I'll never understand wolf packs, because you're not frightening. You're remarkable. You keep saying that, because it's true, and I'll keep saying it until you believe it. Week 8, the truth I was falling for him, desperately, completely. Every day he showed me who he really was. Not the monster everyone feared, but a male who was protective, kind, determined. I'm falling in love with you, I admitted to Serafina. I know. It's been obvious for weeks. What do I do? Do you want to be with him? Yes, but I'm scared. My gift, the aging. I don't have much time left. Maybe 10 years, maybe less. It's not fair to him. Have you told him about the aging? The timeline? No. You should. Let him decide if it's worth it. So I did. That evening I told Dracon everything. About my shortened lifespan. About the cost of my gift. About the fact that loving me meant losing me sooner than normal. I know, he said simply. You know? Serafina told me weeks ago. She thought I should understand what loving you would mean. And you're still here? Still pursuing me? Of course. You think a shortened timeline matters to me? I'd rather have 10 years with you than a lifetime with anyone else. That's insane. That's love. He pulled me close. I love you, Alara. Your gift, your scars, your courage, your selflessness. All of it. And I want whatever time you have. 10 years, 50 years, 10 minutes. I want it all. I love you, too, I whispered. Moon goddess, help me. I love you. He kissed me then, gentle, claiming, perfect. When we parted, he asked, will you stay? Not as our healer. As mine? As my mate? Dragon's mate? We bond. For life. I want to bond with you. Want you as my partner. My equal. My love. Yes, I said. Yes, I'll stay. I'll be yours. His joy was palpable. Then I have something to ask you. What? Be my bride, officially, completely. Let me make you my bonded mate. Let me give you everything you deserve. You really want to marry me? I want to bind myself to you so completely that even death won't separate us. So yes, marry me, be my bride, be mine forever. I should have been scared, should have hesitated. But looking at him, at his amber eyes full of love and determination, I couldn't. Yes, I said, I'll marry you. Chapter 7. The Wedding Preparation. The dragons went wild with wedding preparations. It's been 50 years since a royal bonding, Serafina said excitedly. Everyone's thrilled. I'm just a healer, You're the prince's chosen mate. That makes you royalty. Dresses were commissioned. Flowers were gathered. The entire realm seemed to buzz with excitement. Meanwhile, I dealt with my own concerns. I need to tell my pack, I told Drakon. They'll wonder what happened to me. I sent word weeks ago, informed them you were staying as our court healer. They didn't object? Why would they? They're rid of the frightening Life Weaver. I'm sure they're relieved. The words stung because they were probably true. The ceremony. The bonding ceremony was held at sunset in a crystal cave. I wore white silk. Draken wore formal black. Hundreds of dragons watched in both shifted and human forms. The Dragon King performed the ceremony. Draken, Prince of Dragons, do you take Alara, Lifeweaver, as your bonded mate? To protect, cherish, and honor for all your days. I do. For all my days and beyond. Alara, Lifeweaver, do you take Drakon, Prince of Dragons, as your bonded mate? To trust, support, and love for all your days? I do. For all my days and beyond. Then by the ancient laws, I declare you bonded. May your union be strong. May your love be eternal. May your bond never break. Draken kissed me as the dragons roared their approval, and I felt it, the bond snapping into place, connecting us on a level deeper than healing magic, deeper than words. We were one now, truly, completely. The revelation. That night in our chambers, Drakon made a confession. I need to tell you something. About the healing. What about it? Dragons have a legend. About bonded mates. When a dragon bonds with someone who's given their life force. Who's sacrificed for the dragon. The bond shares. Shares what? Life force. Vitality. Time. His amber eyes held mine. You gave years of your life to heal me. Now that we're bonded, I give them back. That's not possible. It is, for dragons and their bonded mates. The bond equalizes life force. You won't age faster anymore. Your gift's cost is split between us. You'll have a normal lifespan. Maybe longer? I stared. Are you saying... I'm saying you don't have to die young. The bond saves you, just like you saved me. Tears spilled over. You knew? This whole time? I suspected. Hoped. But I wasn't certain until the bond completed. He wiped my tears gently. I told you I always repay my debts. Now we're even. You gave me life. I give it back. This is us. Partners. Equals. Sharing everything. He pulled me close. I love you, and I'm not letting you die before we've had a lifetime together. I kissed him, overwhelmed with gratitude and love, and joy. Thank you, I whispered, for seeing me, for wanting me, for saving me. Thank you for healing me, for staying, for being mine. Epilogue, 5 years later. I stood in the crystal healing room, teaching a young dragon healer about Lifeweaver magic. The key is understanding that the wound must transfer completely. Partial transfers are dangerous. How do you bear the pain? The young healer asked. You don't. You endure it, because helping others is worth the cost. Drakon appeared in the doorway, watching with those amber eyes, full of love. Your students are lucky, he said after the healer left. I'm lucky, to have purpose, to be valued, to be loved, he corrected, pulling me close. That too. 5 years of marriage. 5 years of healing dragons instead of wolves. 5 years of being cherished instead of feared. How do you feel? He asked. What do you mean? The aging. Has it stopped? I'd been monitoring it carefully, and he was right. The bond had changed everything. In 5 years, I hadn't aged a day. The white streaks in my hair were fading. The lines on my face were smoothing. It's reversing, I said with wonder. I'm actually getting younger. The bond is healing you, like you healed me. His hands framed my face. We're going to have centuries together, not just decades. Centuries of you being insufferably protective? Absolutely. Centuries of me telling you how extraordinary you are until you finally believe it. I believe it now. You've convinced me. Good. Then I can spend centuries telling you how much I love you instead. A cry came from the nursery. Our daughter, barely 6 months old, half dragon, half wolf. A miracle neither of us expected. Sounds like Lyra's awake, I said. I'll get her. You rest. He returned with our daughter, perfect, tiny, with amber eyes like her father and my golden hair. She's beautiful, I said, taking her. She's ours. Of course she's beautiful. I looked at my family, my home, my life. 5 years ago I'd been sent to die, to heal a monster, to pay a pack's debt with my life. Instead, I'd found love, found home, found purpose beyond just surviving. No regrets? Draken asked, reading my expression. Not a single one. You? Only that I didn't claim you sooner. He kissed my forehead. I love you, healer. My mate, my bride, my everything. I love you too, my dragon, my protector, my home. And in that moment I understood. Sometimes the most terrifying thing you can do is heal the monster everyone fears. Because sometimes the monster heals you right back, and becomes the greatest love you'll ever know. Closing, and there you have it, my beautiful dreamers. The story of Alara and Drakon, proof that healing can lead to love, that the most feared creatures can have the gentlest hearts, and that sometimes being claimed by the monster is the best thing that can happen to you. Did this story move you? Did you feel Alara's pain during the healing? Did you believe in Drakon's devotion? Then show me some love. Hit that like button, drop a comment telling me your favorite moment of the healing process, and subscribe to Luna's Romance audiobooks so you never miss another tale of unlikely mates and transformative love. I want to know, would you have healed the dragon? Would you have stayed when he wanted you? Would you have believed in a love that precious? Tell me in the comments. And speaking of transformative love, our next story is going to leave you breathless. It's called The Cursed Prince's Remedy, and it follows a she-wolf who's immune to magic, the only wolf in existence who can touch the cursed prince everyone else must avoid. He's been alone for 10 years, untouched and isolated. She's the first person who can stand in his presence without dying, and when the prince realizes what she represents, he'll move heaven and earth to keep her by his side. Because after 10 years of solitude, he's not letting his remedy walk away. Until next time, my dreamers, may your healing lead to love, your sacrifices be rewarded, and your monsters become your greatest protectors. This is Luna, signing off. Sweet dreams, beautiful souls.